Hey y'all, this is Dale's Workshop. I hadn't been around in the last 2 or 3 weeks, so I took a vacation, went to Disney World. My wife's a big Disney fan, so occasionally we go down there and stay a week. And this time we stayed in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. And in a minute I'll show you a couple of pictures of some of the animals that were outside our room pretty much every day, so we had the enjoyment of looking at those. And witnessed a ostrich lay a couple of eggs, which was kind of cool. And got back from Disney World. I got a cold, and so did my wife, so I've been kind of taking care of her and myself at the same time. So I think we're in pretty good shape now. We can get back to business. And so today's restoration is going to be on 2 Stanley chisels. They're the clear handle chisels. I haven't looked them up much. I don't really know much about them. I came across them in a garage sale recently and picked them up, and they were the first that I'd seen, but I know they've been around. But anyway, I won't hold you up. Oh, I do have one quick little, on my way to Florida, I stopped by a flea market and picked up 3 or 4 tools. The guy there was so proud of those tools that I just couldn't afford them. So, but I did pick up 2 or 3, and so let me show you what those were. But before we get into that restoration, let me show you a couple of pictures of the animals that we had outside our room in Disney World.
I did bring it. I pulled it up close.
2, 3, 4, and 2 ostriches. First off, we got this little Stanley clamp. Now it's, I was hoping that it was a handyman. 357 MacDad sent me one. I believe it was a handyman, and it was larger than this, but it was just like this. So anyway, it's kind of a cool little clamp. And this is just an interesting screwdriver. Kind of reminds me of one of those big balloons, because this part here was one color, this part is another, and it kind of comes on down, whatever this is here, and I'm thinking it's probably just plastic, and it comes down, and it, it's also the ferrule here. So I'm not sure what kind of, I think this may be plastic under here as well. I thought it was wood, but I think it's plastic. You can see here a little bit of scraped off. It looks like it's red. So I think this is going to be kind of interesting once I get it cleaned up. Let's see, what else was it? Well, I got this. This is one of the things. This is a Black Hawk. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I've had this soaking in Vapor Rust. It was completely froze up, so we got it going. Oh, and I got this in Vapor Rust now. It's a Wizard Western Auto. And I thought that was kind of cool. I know somebody collects this one, but it's these are the 4 that I got. I think I paid $5 for the 4 pieces, so I didn't think that was too awfully bad. Anyway, let me get on with the restoration. Where you see these chisel handles here, they've got a good bit of that old mange on there, so we're going to try to use 357 Magdad's method, and I got some lemon ammonia here, and we're going to stick them down in there and let them sit for a little bit. Get rid of that stuff, because these should be clear whenever, I mean the handle should be clear. I think that's going to look cool. Wow, that Magdad was right. Look at that, just peels right off of there. Let me get me some rubber gloves on, I'll work with that. Freaking awesome right there. Put it in there for a little while longer. Wow, that one's already cleaned a lot of itself off. And that's gonna look good. These things all polished and shined up, sharpened up. I think the majority of that's off. Hey, cool. Some of it's been a little stubborn. We'll leave it in there a little while longer. This one right here though, it's clean. It came off good. Came off real nice. There's a little bit of mushrooming up here on these, but I'll sand that down. Give these things a good polishing with some plastics, and of course we know these will look good once we do it. I'm not a real good at sharpening, but I'm going to give it a real good effort. I've got plenty of sharpening material, so we're going to see if we can't make these look really nice and functional. I'm going to let them soak a little while longer, so we'll be back. Yeah, looking pretty good. Hey, Opie. What's up, buddy? Well, I was using this Turtle Wax polishing compound, and it did pretty well. This was pretty dingy there when I first started, and this one, it's almost about as shiny as that one now. But that's pretty cool. Now I got a couple of little dings on here where this thing may have been used with a hammer, so I may try to get some sandpaper and clean these handles off right up here. It's kind of like some mushrooming there. Not much I can do about this down here where it's worn off. So let me see what I'm going to do about that. Starting off with 400 grit, and as I get that down, then I'm going to try to bring it back. I don't know if you can see it where it's mushroomed there, where someone has beat on it, but I think I can get it down. You can see this other one has a few more issues where it's been beat up, so it's kind of like it's got warts on it. They're sticking up, so where they've been hit. So let me see if I can get them out. Start off with 400, and like I did on the other one. Now this came out pretty good at 400 and 600 on this one, and then did the polishing compound, and then the plastics, and I think that came out okay. So we're going to do the same thing on this one. See if we can get it down that way. Well, I think I've got them pretty good. This one especially, it's the mushrooming is all gone and it's polished up pretty good. This one with the dings on it, I may go in here and do like I've done before. Fill these up with CA glue and then polish them back out. But I think first, before I get into all that, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the blades. I've got some pretty bad pitting right here. I don't know how much of that I can get out. And but I think I'm going to work on that right now. And there's pitting on the back here. So I want to flatten this and maybe try to sharpen it. Get this looking a little better, and then I'll finish up on the handles and get them polished once I get these done. Well, see here, I've got a little divot right there, so I'm going to keep at it until I remove that. Well, this one's pretty flat on the back, but you see right here, it's got that curve on it. I mean, it's got a bevel right there. I'm going to have to grind this thing down until I get rid of that bevel. Well, it's getting there, but it's a little slow. Well, we're almost there. A little earlier it was about a 16th. Now it's down to about a 32nd, I believe. Maybe 2 32nds. But it's almost got the little bevel on this end out to where it's all flat. And that's my goal. Well, as you can see, I almost got it. I think this would be flat enough here. Now I'll take, come back here a little bit later and I'll work on that bevel. I think that sucker will be sharp. And then I can work on polishing. Okay, thus far, I have got, there was some nicks in here and I have gotten them out, I think. Yeah. And I used the diamond coarse on here. Now I'm going to use the finer stone and the whetstone and bring it down to a fine point. And I'm not very good at sharpening. This is really out of my comfort zone, but if I've watched enough YouTube, I should do it right. Well, I didn't show it on video, but this is what I did. I took this contraption here for sharpening blades and I put it in here. I flattened it on this side and then I put the bevel on this side and got it all the same angle on here, and now it's very, very sharp. I'll get a piece of wood and show you. It's very sharp. Let's try this one. I'm pleased with it. Very pleased with it. Especially since I'm not real good at sharpening. That turned out really well. Well, I think I've got the plastic where I want it. I mean, look at that. That looks pretty nice. That's clear. No more mange on there. Got this handle smooth up here where it was mushroomed. So now let's see what we can do with the flits. Well, I'm not really proud of that. That's some pretty deep pitting right there. I didn't want to have to, it's not going to interfere with any of the function of the chisel. The chisel is nice and sharp and will, you know, perform as well as any new one. But I may work at it a little bit later and try to get this down a little bit more when I have more time, and see if I can get some of this pitting out, but not today. And this one, let's do a little flits on it and see how it turns out. Well, there they are, the two Stanley brothers. Well, we're gonna do some Johnson's wax on them. So up until I need them again, we'll put this on here, kind of protect them a little bit. See, these are well, there you have it, the two Stanley chisels. They're wood chisel Stanley, patent number D229282. I believe they are the same patent number. D229282. Made in USA. Wood chisel Stanley. So these are ready to go. And well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. They were pretty much a mess when we first started with all the mange and rust that were on them. So I think they're pretty well serviceable now, and they are sharp, very sharp. And I need to practice more on my sharpening, and will as time goes on, because I have a lot of chisels I need to restore. And so I guess we'll see you in the next one. So y'all take care now.